Alright folks, the deck is Immolate Control Warlock. The goal of the deck is to remove our opponent's minions in the early game with efficient removal like Plague of Flames, Defile, and Dark Skies, or use Seadevil Stinger into Gigafin so that we can remove our opponent's entire board. Then follow that up with an Immolate so that we can eventually burn our opponent's cards in hand, leaving them without anything to do, giving us the opportunity to hit a Bloodreaver Gul'dan or Nathrezim to bring some of our high-value minions back. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You can catch me live at twitch.tv/Roffle. I feel like the number of words required to explain this deck suggests that it's not going to be very successful. Let me check my quest real quick. You're welcome, B. But we can hope, right? Maybe Reddit will be right, and Immolate will be a super toxic card that we have to worry about. And that will make people quit the game. Nope, it's a big shaman. Alright. Honestly, like, if we can hit a Voidcaller early, especially with the Plague of Flames, this might be, might be a reasonable matchup. Like, Warlock is one of the few decks that can at least remove some of their stuff. You're welcome, Ab, OG, Doctor, hello, Canada. How's it going? Welcome, Notre Damish. Hello there, Element. Welcome back. Base, hello. Alright. Well, they can't have a turn one and... Well, no, that's not true. They can't have a turn one Ancestor's Call, but they have to hit the nuts, so... Okay. We hit the Immolate. Not sure if that's good or not yet. I kind of need to, like, save this until turn 4 with the Voidcaller, otherwise I run the risk of getting devolved, which would be pretty devastating for me, because then I don't get a Mal'Ganis. Played Big Paladin last night, weirdly really strong. Yeah, I just played Big Paladin recently. It's very good into Big Shaman, it felt like, because you can, like, delete their threats with a duel into... Okay, well, that just tells me where I need to focus now, which is on the Immolate. But you can duel out their big threats and delete them before they actually get to do anything, especially if you duel into Neptulon. You're welcome, German. I wonder if it shows me what cards get burned by the MO.
Nature waits for no one but me. Break it, you buy it.
Just you wait 3 turns for something to happen, and then it'll happen.
Well met.
Azrael, thank you for the prime. Okay, I'm just looking to dump cards. So that's 1 turn, right? Yeah. Okay. Since I have some redundancy here, to just run this out. They also only hit 1 off of these? Or off of the first one, so it's not that likely they have a devolve right now. Right now, Immolate doesn't show the burn cards? Okay. I've literally never played it, nor seen it played against me, because it's such an atrociously bad card. But it's what our deck is built around. Okay, just don't land here, please. Yep. Gigafin.
Break it, you buy it.
I mean, we are gonna get Flurgle Tox, but that's okay. We gained some armor in the process, and we still have a Gigafin as a backup. Wait, do they really only have 2 cards that are gonna get burned off of this?
Beat it.
If that's the case, then Immolate is just absolute trash. Is this a demon? No. One, two. What a terrible, terrible card. I currently have 4 or 5 cards in hand.
Armor! Lightly used armor.
You're welcome, Puman.
I see.
Sure. Yeah.
Break it.
Like the... Oh, wait. I think we burned the Shutterwalk. I think Deck Tracker knows what we burned.
I'm 7 moves ahead
Fortunately, we still lose from here, right?
predictable. Break it, you buy it.
See, great card? Yeah. Yeah, by passing on turn 4, I allowed the opponent to get ahead the entirety of the game, and they still win.
I ain't talking.
Nature waits for no one but me.
Frost bites sharper than bane.
Need to draw into a Defile. Maybe not. I thought this was the one that gets shuffled back into my deck. They're out of devolves, right? Yeah, there is a little bit of hopium now. Kind of risky to use a Plague of Flames. Okay.
Forged in blood and shadow.
Maybe burning that Shutterwalk will pay off. Okay, I just need to hit 1 minion here. Perfect. The high value Dark Skies. Alright. They should be out of threats, right?
How long can this go? How long can this
Shall
go
we put a
on?
kink in your plan?
I'm sorry, what? I would draw these two together when my hand is essentially empty. Saboteur value? I mean, that was going to be my whole turn anyway, so I'm not sure that that was very high value.
Ever jousted a dragon?
Okay. What even is this game right now? What is this card? Some sort of removal? Also, apparently the other card that we burned is Skulking Geist, which is in their deck.
I wake
Okay.
once more.
Really need to find the N'Zoth soon.
How long can this go on? How long can this go on? How long can this go on?
7, 10. I mean, I have no play here other than this. Is there a reason they're holding that? Maybe, like, just in case I'm running a, Okay, Defile. Please, one time. God. Saved. Oh my god. Welcome, Tassless.
How long?
Ah!
How long can this go on?
Oh, thank god. My top decks have been outrageous. I think you win this now? Not until I hit this top deck. Because normally I would only be able to go here. They put me to 1. Almost had too many Voidcallers.
You win this
I cannot believe how bad of a card Immolate is. Even in like one of the best case scenarios, it barely did anything. Did this deck really run Viper and Ooze? It ran 2 Vipers, didn't it? No, just Viper and Ooze.
N'Zoth versus
Okay, maybe it'll be a Control Warrior.
Arise and carry out our lady's will.
all eyes shall be opened.
I haven't seen a Pirate Warrior in a very long time, so I've stopped keeping for them, to be honest with you. But given like we're getting roped in the mulligan, usually it leans towards Pirate Warrior. Buffmost card was kept.
None will survive.
Okay, Odd is still good for me.
Armor, armor, lightly used armor.
We've got the Seadevil Stinger, so if we can hit the Mutanus, there's maybe some hope that we hit the Rokara. So, let's get a tapping. Because Immolate is obviously completely useless against the quest reward. But Voidcaller into big demons is always helpful. Okay, that's one less card they do draw off of the quest at least. Okay. Slightly off curve here, but I'm not going to get a better hit off of that.
Wretched story. Lose. Ultimate
Yeah, need to get this down sometime. Maybe they'll brand the Rokara? I mean, I'm sure that's their plan, but my goal is to hit him with the Mutanus. Regardless. Put Stinger into Stinger. But let's actually dump a card here just in case of Cold Light Oracles. I think the world might implode if we actually Stinger a Stinger. Doesn't seem very pirate heavy, so it's probably good we got rid of that Ankar.
Break it, you buy it.
Alright. Well, we got all the important cards, so I guess I can just throw this out. I don't want to play the second one though because of reasons that I don't know yet. I don't just really want to overextend too much, is some part of it. Okay, there's our Mutanus. Just gonna go with the stickier minions here. Case of brawls. A good hero power for him. Sure.
I am only more deadly. I am only more deadly.
Stir, you kill Hall, anger. Armor, lightly used armor. Armor, lightly used armor. Break it, you buy it.
We're doing in fatigue. Honestly, not bad. Probably want to Gul'dan first. Just to get that hero power online and start chomping away. Since they gave away their consistent armor gain.
Someone's gotta lead the charge.
Hey, welcome, Corbeck. Okay, that hits nothing, I would imagine. But that does give them some more pirates to work with. We're getting closer to being able to hit them with the Mutanus. Need to make sure that I'm not board locked once it's time. Wow! That's a good hit off the delivery drone, isn't it?
Well met.
Thank you for all the great content over the years. What's been the most surprised you've been by a deck becoming meta?
Maybe even Paladin? Because that deck, when you look at it, it just doesn't look like the cards in it do anything. And then it actually ends up being okay.
Break it, you buy it. Break it, you buy it. Blood for blood.
Alright, let's stop tapping. Just for the fatigue game plan. Hey, welcome, Glitchy. Yeah, is this the Cold Light, or is this their Mutanus? Okay. Okay. That could have been worse.
Blood for blood. Break it, you buy it.
I just don't want the brand ever coming back, and like, we have seen 2 shield slams, but they might have single target removal for the Gigafin, so I just want to avoid that. Roll should be fine unless like only the butt lives. Butt did not live. Okay, so this is the deal 2. Gives me the opening to miss 7 damage, but play the Gul'dan anyways. They do still have the Plague of Flames, but it's not easy to put 7 on the board here. You're welcome, Blob. Yep. Fine, but that does put the Mal'Ganis on the board with probably a lot of minions still. Not as many as I was expecting. Honestly, at this stage, like, does that even matter? It turns out no, because I had lethal. That health just kind of went away very quickly once the Mal'Ganis dropped.
N'Zoth versus Phelan. I will go forward at any cost.
I feel your roots in the deep, awakening the nightmare.
Probably want to use this for Mutanus, if I can. Try and eat their Mali. Or Cthulhu. Cthulhu's not gonna happen. But maybe they're running Kael'thas or something. The reason Cthulhu isn't a possibility is they just like play it as soon as they draw it and then win the game. And they get multiple Cthulhu's and then play multiple Cthulhu's, so it's just not a reasonable game plan to work towards.
Well met.
Thanks for all the content.
You're welcome, Big Z Man. Thank you for the 13 months. Really appreciate that. And there's the Mud Anus. Could drop it as early as next turn. Not sure it's worth next turn. Unless we get a read they have a dragon in hand. You're welcome, Ace. Okay. Not sure how that's gonna work out for us, but forces them to play the cards if nothing else. Wait, did I already... Did... The game crashed? I think the game crashed.
Well
You're welcome,
met.
Pino. Current German, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Okay. No concept of what happened after the DC, but they dumped a lot of their hand, it seems. So they played Eye of Cthulhu. We saw that. Maybe another Branching Paths? No. We're not going to burn a single card. God, Immolate is atrocious. Okay, maybe we'll hit 2. Why play it there? Oh. Oh, now they know what's at the bottom. So. I don't know. Kind of seems like missing a draw is bad. But like if either one of these is a Cthulhu card, they just play it, right? Oh god, that's so terrible. We burned exactly 0 cards this time with I think this is honestly the best time to break it. Right? Because they're going to... It gives them 1 additional mana, but it denies like a big pop-off turn. So I think we just break it.
Blood for blood!
Fine, we don't have to worry about Mutanus anymore.
Blood for blood!
Armor! Lightly used armor.
See if we can tap into a demon. This is going to telegraph that we don't have a demon in hand, but that's fine. Run one of these out there. Is Voidlord still good, or is the 8 armor guy better? It depends on what you're looking to beat. 8 armor guy is better into Big Shaman, and that's why we're running him. Voidlord is maybe marginally better into like Pirate Rogue if they're not running Sap, but some of them are running Sap because of the existence of Big Shaman. So do burn a card. Or 2 cards, I suppose. Gigafin's kind of a bad burn for me. Wait, they had a second Mutanus? Oh good, we burned the useless card. Thank God.
From the void I come. I feed the void.
Armor! Lightly used armor.
I was just about to say, I think the only reason we're in this is because I haven't played Gup yet, and then fair enough. I've seen 1 Moonlight Guidance and 1 Solar Eclipse, so they can still get multiple Cthuns on us. I just need to flood the board, and that helps like offset the Cthulhu. I've only got 5 cards left, so maybe I don't want to be tapping too much anymore. Because Fatigue is a legitimate plan from here. If they can only get 3 Cthuns, I can load up the board with N'Zoth, Gul'dan, and gain a bunch of armor off of the Artificers, as well as like protect my board with my face rather with Mal'Ganis. So this is an opening for Xanath. Obviously not full value, but still good enough value. It's maybe the Naturalizer, some sort of like, or the other Cthulhu piece, the single target removal. It's the wrong card. I have more than 60 health on the board and on my face, so we're relatively safe here. I still need 1 more piece, right? Which one is it? The body. Okay. I might have another Naturalize here, but that does just draw me into Gul'dan and Mal'Ganis, unless I burned some of those when I was not here. Now they go Solar Lunar. They do 90, but I think I'm fine into 90, which is outrageous to think about. So Solar Moonlit. Oh. Wait, they're only gonna get 1 Cthulhu? I think I need to tap here. Yeah. How is that possible? What? Okay, so I've played 3 games. I faced 3 control decks. Immolate has burned 2 cards, one of which mattered. Good God, Immolate is terrible. Okay, now Immolate's really gonna be terrible. Does full keep this into Rogue? Yeah, this is good as well.
Never bring a sword to a fish fight.
Good God. Alright.
Never bring a sword.
I think it only has a place in a meme mill deck? No, there's literally no place for Immolate in any deck. It just does so very little so very often that it's just not a good card in any context. Like, we've had best case scenarios a lot of times, and it's still done very little. Gnome-Feratu Ticketus Altar? I mean, all of those cards have an immediate effect. The problem with Immolate is how slow it is. And how little it does when the turn that you play it. At least those have bodies associated with them, and Ticketus and Gnome and Altar of Fire only cost 1 mana. Like, giving up 4 mana to do next to nothing, no way, is just not good enough. Alright, I need to tap into a demon now. That probably just cost us the game, though. What happens if you plot Immolate cards into your deck? Do you mean plot twist? If you shuffle cards into your deck for any reason, it negates the Immolate. That was a game-saving draw. Hopefully.
What more can I ask for?
So you could Finley them. You could play them, which is what all of my opponents have been doing, and it's been quite good.
Give me that. Not what I want. Well met.
Cyber Navigator, thank you for the 15 months. Sure hope they're not running Burst. Most lists have cut it, though. And we need to threaten lethal here. How do you even make Immo good with a buff? It's tricky because card to balance, I think. Well, I mean, you make it not take 3 turns, but, like, I don't think they wanted it to be a good card. And anybody, like, with any reasonable understanding of the game of Hearthstone could look at the card and say, oh, that's going to be bad. And then it turns out we were wrong. It was actually worse than reasonable people thought. If it would be too good, it would be the most hated card ever? Exactly. People... Yeah. People don't actually want strong disruption as much as they claim to hate, like, combo decks. Alright. Shaman is one matchup where potentially Immolate does something. But I need to find a Demon and a Plague of Flames to go alongside this. I would have liked to keep the Mutanus with a Stinger, but so maybe like if they're holding 2 or 3 minions, theoretically we could Immolate them and then they don't get to play them from hand, but that revolves around us like not dying early, which is why we need the Plague of Flames. We always Immolate, Grumble, and Shudder. I mean, this isn't Shudder Shaman. That's not my concern. My concern is Big Shaman, which is the popular Shaman deck. Okay. Honestly, this is fine. They've fallen right into my trap. Four mana make cards look cool, yeah. That's a good good call. Like if they have just even a Eureka here, oh my god. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. They're not getting the hits that they need to actually win this. I don't want to touch that. I do still need to find some help here. That is not it. Save 4 health here. It's a Eureka, isn't it? No. Okay. I goofed by playing that Stinger. Well, chat, we've done it again. We burned a singular card. Apparently it was Brucan. Why didn't they just take this trade while they had it? I'm not touching that. Might buy me a turn. We still lose though. A lot faster than I thought. I cannot believe how bad Immolate is as a card. And 5 games and only 3 cards burned? Yep. To be fair, we've only played Immolate like 4 times though. What's a good counter to Big Shaman? Flurgle Tox. Immolate should not be good. Stop trying to buff it? Yeah. Again, I don't think the card should be good. I think it should maybe be a little bit better than it is now. But I think that people's reaction was just outrageously stupid when it was revealed. That's the point that I'm trying to make. Alright. Is this the game? Is this the game we do it, chat? Do we actually get Immolate to do something? Coin Immolate equals GG. Immolate might be good in attack stack. Yeah, that was what like this started as. I was running watch posts and considering putting in Weblords, but then I'm like, oh, I just die to aggro or Big Shaman, so it sounded miserable. And so then I had to like add in removal. So you can't run like good cards if you're building your deck that way is the problem. Maybe it'll be Big Priest. I wonder if, I bet Big Priest is pretty good into Big Shaman, right? As long as you don't get like a mega high rolled at the start. Hey, Roffle, can I call you Waffle? Yeah, you would be the very, very first person in the existence of the world to do so. All right. Let's see if this does anything. If this is Big Priest, this might actually be a matchup where it does do something. So there is a little bit of hopium here. Clearly we'll burn 2 or 3 cards. That would be a new record if we hit 3 cards. Oh my god, it actually is Big Priest. That was very nice of them. Okay. This is the moment of truth. Can they get rid of 4 cards here? Nope. There's still hope for 3, though.
Free of that blasted tower.
Mass Hysteria, Scrapyard Colossus, and Drown. Why didn't they just play the Drown?
Free of that blasted tower.
We did hit a new record with 3 cards burned, though, so. Pidgey, thank you for the 13 months. Where's my demons? Guess that counts.
Break it, you buy it.
There's my demon. Alright. I mean, that does help us out a little bit. Those cards were pretty annoying against us, but we didn't get, like... We only got 1 legitimate threat. And... Sure. That could go wrong for them, but of course it doesn't. Hey, welcome, Mogashok. Yeah. It's maybe worst case scenario in terms of what they could double up here for me, because I don't want them to have more resources in hand. The problem with this game is that the longer the game goes on, like, the worse our Immolates actually become. Hit this. Oh. Opium? Nice. Also bad for me, because they should probably just, like, not play a card after this. Or rather not play a spell, I suppose. Save Mal'Ganis for Hakar Bloods. I don't think it's likely they're running Hakar Bloods in the deck, but... we have layers of Mal'Ganis regardless, so I'm not too concerned about it, and it's not necessarily the case that we'll even be able to control when the Mal'Ganis comes down with the
Free of that blasted tower.
I need to find Gigafin now.
Free of that blasted tower. Behold! Free of that blasted tower.
Get 2 Voidcallers, 3 Voidcallers, and a Forgefiend back.
A bargain forged in blood and shadow.
Tap for a dream. Tapping for a dream is, like, this does the same thing, but makes it more likely that we survive long enough to hit the Gigafin. Go Danks guys into Defile Opium. Who knows what's going to be at the top of their deck now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, I'm gonna lose a 3, but I can bite. Bite this to make a 3. Wait, did I miscount somewhere? Apparently.
I must feed now.
There was still no 3? Okay. Oh right, I bid a 5 to a 2. Yeah. They didn't plan that. They just got obscenely lucky. They're gonna drown both of these now. Or not. One, two.
So many bloody decisions.
How do I get a 3? I could bite this.
To the void.
At least we just are left with a 7/7.
Well met.
All core, thank you for this sub. But we get a 5/5 with lifesteal at least.
I must feed.
Problem is going to be closing out the game. I think they really should have just... They have not been using their Vargoth that effectively. I think if they Vargoth the Drown, I would have had no chance of winning this game.
Blood for blood.
I think I still lose this game, but... I don't necessarily think it's because of the choices our opponent has made. There's still a little bit of hopium if we hit the Gigafin. That gives me more hope for the Giga. Yeah. Top deck at one time, please. I've got 2 draws at it. Oh, so close. Unbelievable. I really needed it here. Probably can't win anymore. It's too late. They're going to start layering threats in a way that I can't keep up with. That's such frustrating timing.
To the
I don't think it matters anyway, they've got too many cards left.
Free of that blasted town. Behold,
Seems risky. There's almost no world where I win from here, right? Yeah, let's just go and get out. Okay, I can't play this deck anymore. Immolate is legitimately one of the worst cards that they've ever printed.